is up, guys? Chris here for GQ37. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to just show you a quick and easy way to add a subwoofer to your Z. Nothing crazy, nothing spectacular, but if you're wanting to add a little low-end thump to your system, especially if you're on a budget. Also, if you don't want to take up any trunk space, here is one of the ways you can do it, all right? Now, one option if you don't want to take up trunk space, because I like using what little bit of trunk space the Z has under that strut tower brace. Previous Zs, I did the little subwoofer under the strut tower, and that's cool, nice enclosure, but it does eat up a little bit of space. So one option is to use one of the spare tire subwoofers that are designed for that. I used the Serwin Vega in my Infinity, and that came out great, but it does cost a little bit more. So the more cost-effective way that I did on the budget build that this Z has been is to put one of those powered subwoofers that slides under the seat, to put it in the stock subwoofer location behind the driver's seat. So, one, if you're not very tall and don't need to put your seat all the way back, you could actually just sit it behind here and wedge it. That's an option. I mean, you could put it anywhere back there, but for aesthetics, I decided to put it in the factory location. Now, this car was not a Bose touring car originally. It has leather seats in it now, but as you'll see, it does not have the seat heaters. This was an enthusiast model, and therefore it did not have this Bose panel here. It just had the solid black plastic panel. I bought this on eBay for about 50 bucks just so that I wouldn't have to cut a hole in here so that the base would actually have an outlet. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop this off. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Plastic trim remover tool to the rescue. Boom. And so here I just went with it's a cheap one. It's a Rockville 10-inch underseat kind of stair, but there's tons of these underseat powered subwoofers. Kicker, Boss, there's so many of them. You know, whatever brand you prefer, whatever your budget is. This is just an example here. And to do this, now again, any Z350Z is going to have the stock subwoofer location. Even if there's not a sub there, it'll have the metal round part here. And in order to get rid of that so you can actually get a subwoofer in here and do all the sound insulation that I did, you're gonna have to remove all this plastic trim. It's not as bad as it sounds, but there is a separate video I will link to in the description below that'll help you. I think it was J Anthony 350 that helped me with that. I watched that video and then I felt really confident about taking the trim off. It's not bad, you just don't want to be in a hurry. If you're in a hurry, you're gonna break something. So just take your time with it. Be gentle, and that way if you watch that video you'll kind of know where everything is, what you need to do to get those panels off. And it wasn't too bad. I had to install new speakers in here anyway because they weren't working, and so while I was doing that I used some Noiko sound deadening material, and I just went to town because I didn't want any vibration. I wanted to make sure it was going to be nice and dampened for any vibration from these speakers, and of course from the sub. That's not something you want to chase down later. You don't want panels vibrating and have to go back and take all this out. So the Noiko is just another brand of sound deadening materials like Dynamat. A lot more affordable though. I've been using it for years, and I'll put a link in the description below for Amazon on that. But I just went everywhere in here, and then I still used little factory padding again as a buffer. Slid this in, did my wiring. You know, the red wire goes all the way to the battery terminal. Black is my ground. The white one I tapped into accessory power right here while I had the panels off. That way when the car's off, the sub's off. When the car's on, it turns on. That way you're not draining your battery. Got my RCA that's going to the back of my head unit over there. And I just ran that up the console. And then of course you've got your remote, which, I haven't vacuumed it today, but I've got that mounted under here so I can quickly turn the knob and adjust the bass on the fly as I need to. And you know, it's not super clean, but that's why I did this. I got the factory cover off eBay just so that I could cover that up, and you never know it. You hear it, but it doesn't take up any extra space. That was wasted space in there anyway, right? So that's how we did that. And it actually sounds really good. Of course, this camera mic's not gonna do it justice. It's not crazy. It's not sounding like two 12s in the back, but I don't want that. I just wanted a little extra low end while I was, listening to my music that the other speakers weren't going to give. So this rounds it out, does exactly what I needed it to for not very much money. So here's just a quick little sample. All right, guys, so nothing crazy about that. Yeah, it's not going to sound like 212s in the back. Also not going to break the budget or take up trunk space. So this is just an economical way to add a little low end to your system without breaking the bank or any trunk space. So if this was helpful to you, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.